Today I am going to the Apple Festival. I've never been to an Apple Festival, but this year I kind of made it my goal to hit as many fall festivals as I can. I have been dying to go to these festivals all year, and I saw this one advertised and I was like, okay, I'm going. I've never picked apples before, so we're going to pick apples today. It's a little late in the morning, and by late in the morning I mean it is noon, and I have yet to eat breakfast. And does this count as breakfast? And so first thing I'm gonna do is go make some breakfast. I still don't know what I'm gonna wear. We have about an hour and a half to 2 hours until we leave. Anywho, I'm starving, so I'm gonna go make some breakfast, lunch, brunch, and I'll get back to you. Okay, I just finished my breakfast and it's getting like suspiciously close to 1 o'clock and I really need to hurry up and get ready. I have no idea what I'm gonna wear. It's gonna be a little bit chilly, a little bit rainy, so I've got a lot of options. So I do think that I'm gonna go with like a t-shirt and a jacket. That way if I want to take off some layers, I can. Fat, when did you get here? Say hi, Fat. Decisions have been made. We're gonna do this, and and if I get cold, we've got my thrifted jacket to wear over top. So I gotta figure out what I'm doing for my makeup. We're just gonna go for it and kind of see what we're feeling as we do it. This is our makeup. I really need to get going. It's like 2 o'clock. So I'll see you at the Apple Festival. Welcome to the Evans Orchard and Cider Mill apple picking opening weekend. First, you're gonna see us in the hayride on our way to the orchard itself. We each got a little bag to bring with us, and you could fill it up with as many apples as you could manage. There were several different rows to choose from. The first ones that we picked were Pixie Crunch apples, and the majority of what we filled up the rest of our bags with were the Crimson Crisp, as the Pixie Crunch were like really small and the other ones were a lot bigger. The orchard itself was absolutely beautiful. It was perfectly breezy fall weather, and it was the best day for this. We took the hayride with our full bags of apples back to the main area for some more festivities. We ended up getting ourselves some drinks. I got some spiked hot apple cider and a pulled pork sandwich. The sauce was made with some of their apples grown on their orchards. Both were absolutely delicious. Once we finished up our drinks, we headed back into the main area of their little marketplace to have a look around and make some purchases. They had so much stuff in here. Immediately I was drawn to the salsa and queso, naturally. I did end up picking up a jar of this ghost pepper queso, and I had to grab a basket because I got a few more things than anticipated. They had multiple areas full of Halloween stuff. They had these cute little candle holders that I really almost got. I was so tempted by them. They also had jewelry and stickers. They had mugs also, which were tempting. They had plates. They had so much different stuff. Over here, they had all kinds of barbecue sauce and tiny little jars of preserves below their full-size jars. I ended up picking up a jar of their blackberry preserves. Over here, they had some dog stuff and also a full thing full of different kinds of fudge. And then in their fridge, they had candy apples and apple cider, and they had mulling spices to make your own apple cider. I did pick some up at first, and then I ended up putting it back and changing my mind. They had more jams and jellies. I was very intrigued by that frog jam, although I didn't pick it up to see what it was. After we made our final selections, we took all of our stuff back to the parking lot and headed home for the day. The festival was a whole lot of fun. Down here where I'm at, the weather was really bad. It was like nasty and rainy and overcast, which I love weather like that, but when you're gonna be out apple picking, you kind of want it to be like nice and pretty out. The orchard was about an hour away from where I live, so once we got up there, no rain, completely dry, sunny, and like a little chilly with a nice breeze, beautiful, perfect fall weather for picking apples. There were all kinds of activities. We didn't do very much. We mostly just did the apple picking, but there is a lot of stuff there, especially if you're there with a family or with your kids. You've got, you know, like a playground area that's really, really big. They have apple cannons and like paintball, giant cornhole where they're literally chucking throw pillows, which is hilarious. So in addition to that, they also have a little cafe that's serving food and drinks. They have regular apple cider, they have spiked apple cider, they have, and they have just regular like ciders from like beer companies and cider companies. And they also had a few different options for food. There was a kettle corn booth, there was a baked potato truck, which was really cool. And then they had their little cafe. Oh, hello. Say hi. We ended up looking around their market for a little bit. I shopped around and I ended up picking up a few things there. So after we wrapped up, we made our purchases and everything and we headed back home for the evening. So now that I'm back here, I can show you kind of what we picked up. So the first thing is, of course, the star of the show, which is the apples. I don't know exactly how many apples are in here, but there's quite a bit. I definitely want to bake a bunch of things with them, like make some pies and like some tarts and like maybe some like apple jelly. I've never really done all that, but I've been trying to make more things from scratch, so I really want to try and do that with some of my apples. Maybe I'll even make my own cider. The next few things are in this bag. There was one thing from there that I knew I wanted to get something. I've been really wanting some good like jelly or jam or preserves. I know they're all a little different. So I ended up getting a little jar of blackberry preserves, which I cannot wait to try. So the next thing I got is ghost pepper queso. I have actually tried this. I did try a little bit of it already, and it is so good. And the final thing that I got inside of their market was something that I have never tried, but I've heard that it's really, really good. It is their black bean salsa, which looks delicious. Definitely the thing that I'm most excited about is the blackberry preserves and of course the apples themselves. So I may add a couple of pictures in this video, and if you want to see any more pictures or see what I post, you can go over to my Instagram. My Instagram is just That's So Panda. I will link that in my description below. It's probably linked on my channel as well. And also go ahead and follow me on TikTok. I post a bunch of random things on there. I'll post crafting stuff and acting videos. So if you ever want to do that, same thing. It's just That's So Panda on TikTok. I'll link all of my socials that you can follow me on down in the description. And thank you guys for coming apple picking with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.